Yes. Welcome back to another preview. It is the Newcastle preview this time. We've got the Carabao Cup third round. The Newcastle preview tomorrow. The draw will be straight after our game as well. So hopefully we can get the result against Newcastle and go through to another round of the Carabao Cup, and we can try and get to being Carabao Kings again.
Yes.
But first things first, you got to do us one solid, mate. There's 67 people already in this stream, yeah? And we ain't going nowhere till you all like the stream. You all need to like that stream right now, innit? Like, we ain't asking. This ain't a question, it's a demand. City Extra demand you to like this stream. You got the shotter out. You know what I mean? He's got you. You know what I mean? Also subscribe to the channel if you are new. As you know, aiming for 100k. Right, first things first, what are you saying? Are you nervous or what? Like, how do you feel?
Like, in a way I am, because, you know, a big conversation was, how do you top the treble? How do you outdo the treble? And the obvious conclusion you can draw up is the quadruple. Now, if you are someone who believes the quadruple can be achieved, and it's something that Manchester City can do this season, I rate that. I rate the confidence. But you want to win the quadruple, you got to win the Carabao Cup. Who is the reigning champions of the Carabao Cup? You might ask, Jordy Buddy. It is Manchester United. Mm-hmm. We don't like that. We don't like Manchester United being the Carabao. It's our competition historically, isn't it? Since it became the Carabao Cup, we've won it the most times, and we've not had it for a little while. I think Liverpool won it, then United won it, and we've not won it. So there is a little part of me saying, you know, I want to win this competition. It would be nice to keep the quadruple kind of idea going on for as long as possible. Like, you know, with the treble last year, it was kind of like we didn't fully acknowledge it until it was like there for us. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to kind of jinx it, or you don't want to talk about it too much. The quadruple's like that too. I want it to keep going on and on and on and see how far we can take it. Do I think it's actually doable? It's a crazy conversation, quadruple. But, you know, Carabao Cup, it's part of that, and it's a competition that we have had good success in. But, you know, we couldn't have really asked for, or there's not many tougher fixtures we could have asked for. Newcastle away, bro. You know, like, they just absolutely power-drived Sheffield United on the weekend. What was it, like 8-9-0 or something?
8-0, yeah.
And revenge will be on the cards for them. Revenge, because, you know, they were coming to us, bro. I was at the game, remember 1-0? They were coming down to us that night thinking, could we leave a glove or lay a glove on City? And they didn't really turn up. They didn't play the game they wanted to play. They didn't hit the levels they wanted to hit. So they'll be looking to rectify that, I believe, tomorrow night. Whether it's Carabao or not, it's still City versus Newcastle. They're an up-and-coming team. So, look, I'm excited. Man. I love watching City, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think there'll be a lot of rotation in the side. And Pep will switch it up a little bit. He does tend to go quite strong, but then at the same time, I feel like with the way that he was speaking the press conference, everything kind of is gearing towards resting players. Obviously, with our injuries and stuff like that, you don't want to risk in too many people. I feel like if there's any of the competitions that Pep would probably just go, nah, bin it, it'd be this one. Especially because with this competition, I think the fourth round is, I tried to look for it then, I think it's on the 30th of October that week. So we play United, and then if we got through tomorrow, then we'd play the fourth round, and then we'd play Bournemouth. But I think there's also somewhere in there is the Club World Cup. So there's like the congestion is absolutely like insane. So much so that we'd probably have to have like two separate teams sent out to do two different places, like Liverpool did. So we'd have to see how that goes. I do think it'll be a heavy rotation tomorrow, but that also excites me a little bit more. Like you say about Newcastle, I think they'll want revenge definitely. They did not show up at that 1-0. That was not the Newcastle that I thought we'd be facing. They were arse. But you know what I mean, it is what it is. They've not had the best of starts this season, but obviously beating Sheffield 8-0 is that's mega that. So they're coming into this on fine goal scoring form. We need to just make sure we're all right. I'm gonna say my headset's just died.
Let me ask a question. Yeah, big up lads in the chat, man. I'm going to ask a question to you lot in the chat, and I'm going to get Jordan to make a poll whenever he can hear me again. But there's 130 in the building. Smash a like, subscribe if you're new. But I want to get a gauge. Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I want to get a gauge of what all of you lot are saying in the chat. And if you can make a poll for me on this party, that'd be class. Where you kind of stand on the Carabao? You know what I mean? Like, how badly do you want to win it? I've seen some people in the chat saying bin it off, like put all your eggs into Premier League, four-peat, and Champions League back-to-back. Is it a competition that you're like, no, genuinely, I want to go and win. I think quadruple something we can achieve. I'd like to, keep that idea going. Or are you one of those people that's like, nah, we don't need it? And Porty's already referenced it, that even Pep is kind of saying, I won't waste any unnecessary energy on the Carabao Cup for players like Rodri. I know he's suspended obviously now, or he said Diaz and Walker, didn't he? So let us know your thoughts. There's a poll in the chat there. Where do you stand with Carabao Cup? Full send, I want to win it, or throw it? Throw it, obviously meaning we don't need that. It's unnecessary game time. So I mean, bro, where do you kind of stand with it? Do you think it's something that we should go, no, I want to stay in it, I want to try and go all the way, final in February, because there is that theory that if you get that trophy, you win it in February, March, whatever it is, it's a good setup for the rest of your season. It's a great little momentum builder for the rest of the season.
Obviously it's hard to like pick and choose with trophies because I want to win everything. Winning things doesn't get old ever, no matter what trophy it is. And there's only 4 competitions to be in for in a season, and the Carabao is usually one of those. I'm kind of in the mode of like, especially with the way that our squad depth this season, our injuries. I want to win it, so I want us to have kind of strong teams, but I also want us to use these kind of games to rest players, to give opportunities to other ones like Oscar Bob people. I think that this is a good time for them. I don't really want to throw it as such because I really want to win the Carabao. I feel like if you throw it, it does like. Do you remember when Arsenal in the FA Cup and we beat them? Kind of throws you off a little bit, and we're
bigger fish to fry on that.
Yeah, currently on a good run, man. I want to win it. Yeah, I want to win it. I can't. There's a part of me that hope Pep just full sends tomorrow and just like puts like a big Donny strong side out. But then, do I think that's wise? Probably not. Probably not with the games coming up and the injuries that we've got. But I think we'll see a mixed side, like it's a mix of super serious like full starting 11, and then in there you'll see some younger players. I like Oscar Bob in there potentially starting, and then obviously you've got players like Calvin Phillips and Rico Lewis, things like that.
Yeah, we'll do a predicted 11, and I think it'll be different to our usual one because I stand firmly with you on that. But I suppose with this competition, I kind of blow hot and cold. I mean, 1 minute I'm thinking along the lines of what I just said. I want to win it because it's great momentum builder. It's a trophy. The quadruple kind of thing is still on. It would be hypocritical of me to change my mind and say throw the competition after I've ran the line for years on this platform, on Big Six, on my own platform, saying winning breeds winning. I want to win every single game. I don't want to throw anything because that's not the way we've operated historically. But then again, I'm also conscious of the fact that we don't really have the squad depth right now to be, full sending. Like my biggest nightmare is someone like Haaland sustains a bad injury tomorrow night in a Carabao Cup game or in the next round kind of thing. But it's kind of a catch-22. You full send it to try and win it, but you're risking injury and fatigue, or else you throw it and you risk morale going down, or you're taking an L that we haven't felt since the Community Shield, which if you want to count that at all. So we're on a really good run right now. We're 6 for 6. We're 7 for 7 if you count Champions League. Do you want to throw that, momentum, that feel-good factor in the dressing room right now, that feeling of invincibility or just general momentum we have? But I don't know. It's a tough one, and I kind of change my mind whenever I think about it. I can't really come to a conclusion.
Yeah, flip flop. But the thing is that I do think back that Steve in the chat said, "Go for it, lads. You don't want to repeat a Southampton last season," and I don't like those. I don't like thinking about that Southampton game because again, I feel like it's a game that we should have won. I don't think we did not turn up on that day at all, and I feel like we could have gone further in that competition again.
I've made my mind up. Fuck it, I've made my mind up. I've made my mind up. We're out to win. We're out to win this game, right? Yeah. We are Manchester City. Why was I even thinking along those lines? What? This is your fault, bro, for planting doubt in my head. El Porty in the chat, please.
How?
We're
That's not
Manchester
my
City. We are Manchester City. We go out to win every single game. And the fact of the matter is, even if we don't go out with a full strength team, our non-full strength team is capable of beating absolutely anybody. I back Oscar Bob to do a good job if he plays. We know Rico Lewis can do a good job if he plays. I back Sergio Gomez, and I back Calvin fucking Phillips too. We're Manchester City. We have Pep Guardiola. We're out to win every comp. I want the Carabao, bro. I want the Carabao. Come on, chat, man.
Yes, this is what I like, man. That's what I like. The chat have gone with 65% of people saying that they full sim want to win it. 36%, oh, it's gone to 36 now. It's 35 again. Say throw it. I'm on it, man. I do want the Carabao. I do want the Carabao, and hopefully we do get it. Hopefully we do get it this year. I think it'll be a mixed side tomorrow, but Pep will still be expecting that mixed side to go out there and put in a good performance. We have a good team.
Just answer Sean in the chat. I go to a lot of away games. I'm going to Wolves on Saturday. I don't know if he's asking like vlog wise or whatever, but I'm going to Wolves on Saturday.
Don't be that guy with the 2. Yes, don't be that guy. He says, should Kovacic start ahead of Phillips against Arsenal?
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant to Newcastle. I didn't read the full thing.
Yeah. And I think at this moment it's still yeah. And Phillips has got 2 games to change people's minds.
Exactly.
Phillips has,
as of right now. But
Phillips,
tomorrow and Wolves, we'll see.
It's D-Day for Phillips. If he played, because he was not getting this opportunity had Rodri been fit. So if he smashes it in these next 2 games, then there's a chance that he can play against Arsenal. But that's it. That's the task. That's why this preview is called Sink or Swim, because Calvin Phillips is getting thrown in the deep end now, and with an opportunity that he probably shouldn't have got, and he's got to take it. He's got to take it in his stride, man. He's got to use this. This is a massive opportunity for him. He'll be feeling this. He'll be nervous as hell, man, because tonight, bro, he'll be thinking about it. He'll be thinking, I've got to smash it tomorrow. I've got to absolutely smash it tomorrow. But then it doesn't end there. And the next game, 2 consistent games that are decent from Calvin Phillips will go a long way in Pep's eyes, in City fans' eyes, but also do him confidence, and it gives him a look in for a future at Man City. But if he does not perform in these next 2 games, you ain't going to see Phillips a lot. We weren't going to see Phillips a lot anyway. It's just by chance that he's got this opportunity.
I agree, 110%. And I want the chat to give their thoughts too on the Calvin Phillips situation. There's nearly 200 in the building, by the way, not even 100 likes. So if you do us a massive favor and just smash that like button down below us, it's free to do, and subscribe if you're new around here. And please share your thoughts on Calvin Phillips, because he's obviously one of the massive talking points in this preview. He has to be. You know, there's no Rodri. You could say you can put Nunez in, you can put Kovacic in there, but this is the first opportunity, and probably the only opportunity he's going to get, where Rodri's not around. It's a sustained little period where Rodri's not around. This is what he's waited for. We've known for a long time, you know, he's going to get 10 minutes here or there like he has done. He's never fully performed the way he'd like. This is your chance, Calvin Phillips. This is where you go. Everything you doubted me about, you were wrong. All I needed was a little sustained period, and I can show you that I can play for Manchester City. So it is sink or swim. I like the wordplay that you've done on the title there. It is sink or swim for Calvin Phillips. This is the week that's make or break for you. Either you show us you've got it and you can play for us, and you know every now and then you can give Rodri some respite like we always wanted from you, or else you're going to show us this you're not capable of playing at this level. So I want the chat to get in your thoughts. I think you've already shared yours, but it's probably the biggest week in Calvin Phillips' career, or his Manchester City career.
Yeah, it's definitely his biggest week in Man City career, because it's this is his lifeline, and a lifeline, like I was saying. I didn't think he'd get this chance. But he's got it, so hopefully he takes it with a lot of seriousness. Scottish City fan says Phillips starting today. Phillips starting confirmed today by Pep. Yeah, that's true. Phillips is going to start tomorrow. He'll probably start as well against Wolves, pending tomorrow goes okay. I think there'll be key things that Pep will want to see from Phillips that he needs to do in tomorrow's game. To make him could retain that spot for the Wolves match as well. But we do know that Kovacic is coming back. Pep did say that both Jack Grealish and Kovacic will play minutes tomorrow. So basically, time's running out already, Phillips, mate. You've got, you know what I mean? He's already got Kovacic right behind him, willing to take that spot. So he needs to do
I back Calvin, bro. I back him to come in and do a good job. And he's shown good characteristics, good mentality to stay and fight, and he wants his place. And I respect that. So I want him to do well. I want him to show why we paid the money. I want him to show why we brought him in, and I want him to show his worth in the squad. So I'm backing him. I'm fully behind him. But if we get to Saturday 5 o'clock after the game and he's had 2 stinkers or he's just not looked it, that'll probably change. I'll probably be a bit like, right, Kovacic has to play against Arsenal. So it's just one of those ones, man. It's one of those ones.
It's a thing where he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to go out there and like set the world alight. Do you know what I mean? I'm not expecting the guy to go do like Rodri screamers and any of that shit.
Be serviceable. Be serviceable.
Just go. If anything, the less I have to think about Calvin Phillips in that game, probably shows he's doing better, because it means that he's fitting seamlessly. Like the less that people notice is better for him, because it means that he's just slotting into the side.
Exactly. If he doesn't stand out, it's a good day at the office for Calvin Phillips. We don't need him scoring Rodri's, Istanbul type goals. We don't need him arriving late in the box. You be defensively sound, break up attacks. Because do you think Newcastle will go relatively strong tomorrow? I think they will.
Yeah, I think they'll full send.
Yeah,
because they'll be fuming about losing the Carabao against United last year. They were like, right, we're going to go do it again. Let's get to a final again.
We made a fool of them in the Etihad a couple of weeks ago as well. Yeah. There's incentive for Newcastle to go strong. He's going to be up against a very solid team, a very solid attacking team. Players like Guimaraes in midfield he's going to be up against. These are tough battles, so just be defensively sound. When you're in possession, make sure you move it quickly. Don't do anything too eccentric. Easy passes, keep it moving. Let the top players do the work going forward. You just be predominantly defensively sound, because if we're going to measure him up against Rodri, he's already failed tomorrow. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's not going to do what Rodri does tomorrow. Rodri's in his own stratosphere.
You don't measure Calvin Phillips's abilities on Rodri's, because you're just putting Phillips down. Like,
he's already failed it.
Yeah.
Before he's kicked the ball, he's failed. Yeah, Rodri is the best in the world at what he does. Mm-hmm. Head and shoulders clear. There's no one even comes near to him. So if you're gonna say if you're gonna say about tomorrow, you better go in and look like Rodri. He's already failed. Yeah, it's done. We need Calvin Phillips to go in and be the best version of Calvin Phillips, whatever that may be. We just want to see that. So in a way, I'm excited, bro, because we on this channel have been making content about Calvin Phillips for a long time, even though he's not been actually playing much football. We've been having this conversation ongoing. Is it best for him to leave? Should we loan him out? Is he good enough? Was he worth the money? Can he help Rodri? We're going to find out a lot tomorrow. Pep said he's starting. We're going to get a lot of answers tomorrow, and I hope we get more answers in the weekend as well. I'd say if he has a proper hooner tomorrow, he won't play against Wolves. But if he does a decent job tomorrow night, he will also start against Wolves. And then that's the litmus test for could he potentially go to the Emirates too. So it's a big, big week for Calvin Phillips. And I'm wishing him well, man.
Yeah, same. I'm backing him because there's a reason we're signing. We've just not seen it. And hopefully he can show it. Then these next 2 games is his chance to show it. So hopefully we come away with this week, at the end of it, having the debate of Kovacic or Phillips. I genuinely hope after Wolves we can look at it and go, right, now who do we start? Kovacic or Phillips? And we can have a full debate on that going into that Arsenal game, because I want Phillips to basically make Pep have that decision. Because if he plays shit in these next 2 games, it's an easy decision for Pep. Pep just goes, Kovacic, you're going to be in the 6. I want Calvin to change the mould, innit? Force his way in.
I want a situation whereby when I leave Molineux on Saturday evening to do my fan cams, I want to be able to ask every fan, well, Calvin Phillips has had his 2 games. What do you think? And we'll get a wide spread of opinions. That's what I want. I want him to have done enough whereby we can actually have a conversation about it. I don't want it to be a situation whereby at Molineux on Saturday we're going, nah, he can't go to the Emirates. So I want it to be a headache for Pep. I want Calvin to put himself in the frame. Listen, he's a good player. We know he's a good player. He's done it for England. He's done it for Leeds. But there is a massive step up to doing that for Manchester City. Now is a litmus test to see, can he do that? There's a difference between being a good player and a Manchester City player. Because Manchester City players are elite. They're the best in the business right now. The best in the world. So let's see, is Calvin there? That's all. Yeah, I am going to Wolves, Ian. I am going to Wolves. But listen, what more can we say about Calvin, bro? It's sink or swim.
It is sink or swim for Phillips, man. Jamie with the 40 says, have faith, lads. We good to go. Don't worry. Yeah, mate. I back us, man. I back us. Hopefully we can do bits tomorrow. But yeah, I back the team. Even if there are some changes, we are still a good side, even when we play our B team, basically. Do you want to go through Pretty's 11?
I think we should talk about maybe one or two of the other players that we expect to start and just what it means for them and, what opportunity they've got. Like Rico Lewis is pretty well nailed on to play if Pep's already said he's not going to waste energy from Kyle Walker.
I don't actually remember him saying that. I did read out like all the quotes in the press conference, but I don't remember saying anything about Walker. I could have just completely overlooked it.
No, I don't mean from the press conference. I think the other day, maybe it's post-match press conference, he said something like with the Carabao Cup, if he can save 1% of energy for players like Ruben Diaz and Kyle Walker in the Carabao Cup, he will.
Oh, there
or something like that. So if Kyle Walker's not going to play, surely that means Rico Lewis.
Yeah. Oh, it depends if he goes a kanji in it. But you'd think Rico Lewis would play.
I hope Rico Lewis plays.
I imagine that Rico Lewis will be playing tomorrow. Pep said, yeah, he's mentioned about players getting rested. So that, to me, that isn't just Rodri. Do you know what I mean? I think that's going to be quite a few. So, and I think Kyle Walker will be one of that quite a few. I think, I think Rico Lewis will be in there, which is obviously a big opportunity for him again. I like Rico Lewis getting game time. It's a shame he's not really got as much game time as what I'd like to see. It's just difficult, man, when you've got Kyle Walker in there and you've got our centre-backs who also play in that right-back role. But we do know Rico Lewis is very good in that role. He does invert well. He's very good going forward. I like the way he gets the ball, turns, he drives forward straight away. The guy's just looking to transition forward with the ball. The guy doesn't want no pause or passing back and that. He wants to get the ball, turn on it, go forward, drive into space. He basically is an attacking fullback, but he inverts, obviously. Rico's an 8. Yeah, he does just turn into an 8. So yeah, I think Rico definitely will start, which is obviously another good opportunity for him. I'm trying to think who else. Do you reckon you can see Sergio Gomez start?
Yeah, I think you could.
Yeah.
And Oscar Bob, maybe.
Yeah, I think them three there. Yeah, Osmodis there just says that Rico, Gomez, and Bob got to feature all them start. Yeah, I could see Bob definitely starting. That again, it's so sick how he's getting actual opportunities now. It's so weird to see the academy players step up into this first team, and it's mad to see that Oscar Bob is like obviously we've seen Rico Lewis last year make his like breakthrough into the team. Now we're seeing Oscar Bob make his early breakthroughs into the team. So it's exciting, man. It's exciting.
You see that I met Oscar Bob after the game on the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, it's on my Twitter. Got a photo with him.
Yeah, well, I'm not active in it.
You're not following me on Twitter, bro. No, you're not supporting your bro.
Yeah, of course I follow you on Twitter, but I don't use Twitter.
I'm joking. Yeah, no, I met Oscar Bob after the game, but no, you're right. I'm really excited about these academy players. And just before we went live, I was watching a feature piece on City's YouTube channel. They made one about Oscar Bob. And I think that's so sick. I really like the fact that they make a deal of these players. They make them feel like they're important, and they want the players to understand what it means to play for Manchester City. And they were asking Oscar Bob all about like, who do you learn from and what kind of players do you speak to, and do you look at Haaland, the fellow Norwegian, does he help you out? And he speaks really well, Oscar Bob. He's quite clearly got a good head in his shoulders. He's a mature young guy, so he's also very talented. Like we saw in pre-season, he was very good. He came on, was it against Fulham in the 5-1, and he looked pretty decent in his cameo.
Yeah,
so I'm really excited about these players like Rico Lewis and Oscar Bob, who they're going through that early Phil Foden stage of they're not starting 11 players, but we know they're hyper talented. We know they're really, really gifted players. And as long as they have the right attitude and they're willing to bide their time till their opportunities come, they will eventually make it. They're in the best place possible. Rico Lewis and Oscar Bob, they're at the best place under the best guidance possible to reach their full potential. Like Cole Palmer wasn't willing to wait, obviously. Jadon Sancho wasn't willing to wait. These kind of players, they wanted to go off and do their thing. That's fair enough. You do your thing wherever you go. Yeah. But I always want these young lads to do what Phil Foden did. Patient. Trust the manager. Trust the plan Pep Guardiola set out for you. Exactly. Trust the process. Trust what Pep plans for you. Look how it worked for Phil Foden. Rico Lewis, he signed his new contract, didn't he, in the summer?
Yeah.
I believe he did.
Yeah. Rico Lewis signed.
I believe he did. So he obviously trusts the plan. He realizes Kyle Walker's getting older. He's not going to be able to play every game. Still, that means Rico Lewis won't play every game right now, but over the next year, 18 months, 24 months, phasing Rico Lewis in will become a thing. Kyle Walker won't be able to play right back up and down that line every time. But right now for Rico Lewis, it's just a matter of the last 2 Champions League games, if you've already qualified, work towards them. Tomorrow night against Newcastle, work towards that. And every single time you play, whether it's a highly competitive game or not, you show what you can do. And that's what it is tomorrow for Rico Lewis and Oscar Bob, should they start. And Sergio Gomez too, even though he's not an academy product. You take these opportunities to show Pep what you can do, to put yourself in the framework for future games, because that's how it works. You got to work your way up and show patience.
That's the way it is, man. And these are the games where you get them opportunities, and it's mad because you've actually seen Gomez quite a few times this season already. He's been coming on it. He's been doing bits. He pushes quite high up. He pretty much becomes left winger Gomez. I've seen someone before say, could you see Sergio Gomez starting as left wing, not left back? And I'm trying to think if that would be possible. Personally, I think he'd just start at left back, but I don't know, man. It's definitely an option that Pep can have, because we pretty much utilise him as a winger anyway.
Well, why don't we just jump into the predicted 11 then and have a go at it?
Yeah, we can. We can. Hang on, let me just move us over.
While Jordy Porty sets up the predicted 11 graphics, graphic designer. There's 230 in the building. Pretty sick numbers for a preview. Some of the best numbers we've had for a while in a preview. Do us a favour and just smash a like on the stream. Really, really, really helps me and Jordy Porty here at City Extra Industries. So smash a like, free to do, and subscribe if you're new around here. We're going to do a predicted 11 now for tomorrow's game against Newcastle. Make sure you guys get involved. We'll ask you your thoughts on who should play where. It's always a good chat to predict 11. So yeah, smash a like, subscribe if you're new, and get involved in the conversation. Ready?
Yes. So, Ortega to start, yeah?
Yeah, I think Ortega's nailed on.
Ortega's got to start, man. And then we're going with Rico starts, isn't it? Rico definitely starts as your right back. By the way, it's just a default 4-3-3, by the way, so we'll just work it from that. Centre back wise,
this is tough.
It is tough because they pretty much all played against Thingy. They all played the other day, didn't they? Ake got on. Obviously, Gvardiol started. Did Akanji play at all? Yeah, Akanji played, didn't he?
I think Diaz will be rested based off.
I think Diaz will be rested based off Pep.
Yeah, so you can eliminate Diaz anyway. I think it'll be Vardiol Ake or Vardiol Akanji. More than likely Akanji Vardiol, because Akanji could play right-sided.
Yeah, you're right. I think Akanji, Gvardiol, and then who left back?
Well, you've got Ake or Gomez. What do we think, chat? Left back, Ake or Gomez? Do you give Gomez the opportunity? Or do you put Ake out in a game that you might risk injury? And he's only had an injury recently, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think Ake, though, in that lineup, because then it becomes a back three of Akanji, Gvardiol, and Ake. But then Rico inverts. So now
I like
your
that.
Back three. But then in that case, then I think it'd be Gvardiol as the left side, like the left wing back kind of thing. Because
that can be fluid.
Yeah, that's where he's been playing, isn't it? And then Ake's been like there. So we'll just run like that. And then obviously you'll see Rico Lewis come inside. Then that'll be a back three.
Yeah, I rate that.
Not the Gvardiol image I want. I know the Gvardiol image you want. So I rate that back line. I think that's good. Obviously, we know already that Calvin Phillips is starting. He is confirmed as the CDM or the 6. Now
Feels weird seeing Calvin Phillips get slotted into a predicted 11.
we don't do this round here. And then I think you'll see. Obviously, Bernardo Silva's still out. Kovacic is only just back, and then Pep said second half. And I'm going to guess he was referring to Kovacic because we've already seen Grealish. So I think he said some minutes. So second half will be for Kovacic. So first half, you're gonna see Nunes in there.
And Foden. Nunes and Foden.
Nunes and Phil Foden.
What do you think, chat? Nunes, Foden, Phillips midfield. Is that the one? I think it is. I think that's exactly what it'll be.
I think like this. Mateus Nunes, Kovacic, Phillips and Foden. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think that's good. This is a good side, you know.
It is.
It is, man. Yeah. I think Haaland will still start. Because in my head, Alvarez is very important. He's very important in the mid. He's basically two roles. So in my head, I think Haaland will start the game.
This is tough, man, because you got to rest one. Which one do you rest? Haaland or Alvarez?
Alvarez basically has two roles, man, because he's striker and also midfielder.
Well, we do the wingers first anyway, and then we'll.
Yeah, then we can go. I want Doku should start.
I think it's going to be Grealish to get game time. He got 10 minutes against.
Yeah, but is that just rushing him back?
I don't know. He came on though, didn't he? So he must be ready to play.
Pep did say though, Grealish and Kovacic second half minutes.
Okay, right. Well, then it'll be Doku and Oscar Bob.
Yeah, I think Bob on the wing, and you know what I mean. This ain't no disrespect to Bob, but he doesn't have a picture. Wait, does he have a picture? He should have a picture actually. He has a picture, but I can't remember finding it. Yeah, so he definitely has a picture because I've got it. But yeah, I genuinely think he goes thingy. I think it's Doku left, but then, like you say, Grealish, he did just play 10 minutes. But I'm just going. So, Pep said Kovacic and Grealish, but he did say Grealish was better. Let me just get the actual quote. Let me get the actual thing, because then we can see what he actually said.
He will feature Jack Grealish.
Yeah, no, they're both featuring. They're both confirmed to feature.
Alan Glasgow says Jack for a half. It's just which half we're trying to decide.
He said, go back down here, Calvin Phillips. Jack Grealish is much better. Kovacic as well. I don't know how many minutes, maybe the second half, but they will play.
I think Doku and Oscar Bob start the game on the wing.
The thing is, Doku didn't. Obviously, he only got one half in the other day. I think we're out of Doku and Oscar Bob.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean, I don't have a picture of Oscar Bob. Yeah, I've got one now. This is what I'll do. So chat, you'll have to just bear with whilst we botch a bobbin. Bobbin. Yes, surely Gomez starts. I mean, you could play Gomez on the wing, but I think that's full send. Maybe Gomez plays instead of Variol. Left wing Gomez 100. I think if it's going to be anything, it'd be Gomez for Variol, and then Gomez can push forward.
Yeah.
If you're going to play Variol, that's how it works. There's a giant Bob on the screen. There you go, Bob. There's Oscar Bob, mate.
Look wham then.
Yeah, he was wham. Guy was jacked. That's Oscar Bob.
I think it's just as you have there, bro, if I'm being honest. Gomez might come on in the second half as a left back for Vardiol, and then Grealish comes on for Doku.
Yeah. Shout. Absolute shout there. That's a shout. Who do we go up top then? Haaland or Alvarez?
Put him in the poll, man. It's too hard for me to call.
Because in my head, I don't know why, I've just got it that Haaland's going to start.
Chat, what do you think, man? One's going to play, obviously, Haaland or Alvarez. Which one starts, bearing in mind you're resting one? That's tough. Tough.
Yeah, my head is leaning towards Haaland just on the basis of how important Alvarez is in the midfield. He's like our De Bruyne at the moment.
This is true. You could give them a half each.
You could just give them a half each. Alvarez is undroppable. Yeah, that's true. That's what Pep said. Pep did say that.
Yeah, I suppose with Lewis coming into the midfield, Rico coming into the midfield, the loss of Alvarez isn't huge, but... Who's captain, by the way?
Ortega.
Ortega.
I mean, it'll probably... if this is the team that we're picking here, I'd probably give it a Kanji or Ake.
Would you give it Phil Foden?
I thought about that for a second, but then I was like, he's not going to do that. Captain Phillips, look at me, I'm the captain now. That's what he's doing. He's full sending it. He's getting all of it in one. He gets his biggest opportunity with City Great and the captain.
Do you not think he'll try to shoehorn one of the leadership squad into it?
Yeah, probably. And it'll probably be Kyle Walker if it's anyone.
Yeah, will be.
It'll be Kyle Walker if anyone. Kitman Brandon captain. But if it's Kyle Walker, I mean the chat of it's 58% to Haaland. So
I throw Haaland and give Alvarez a rest. Alvarez has been slamming it since the start of the season anyway. Give him a well-earned rest.
There is obviously another version of this team where Doku doesn't start, Gomez starts left wing. There's also the version where Jack Grealish starts and then maybe Gomez instead of Vardiol. There's so many different variations that are just there, man. And I don't know. I don't know.
Can't do them all, innit? Only 11 lads can play.
Yeah, we can only have 11. Who is the leadership squad?
You got Rodri,
Diaz.
Walker, Bernardo, Diaz, De Bruyne.
So Rodri, Diaz, De Bruyne and Bernardo all can't play.
So it's Kyle Walker.
They all can't play. I mean,
So
Diaz can play, actually. Diaz can play. Diaz could play this game.
I think he'll play Walker and then we'll change it around. Take Rico out, put Walker in, then take Vardiol out and put Gomez in, and Gomez will be the pushing fullback.
Or you take Rico, you move Rico left back and play Walker right back.
Is that not a massive in the balls of Sergio Gomez?
I don't think Pep's asked about Sergio Gomez.
Really?
Rico Lewis has played left back loads of times for us.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, go. I think City were ready to let go of Gomez. Then again, I say that, but there was no real offers in for him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ake's not starting, I bet you guys, says Pranav. Why not? Rico could just play centre mid, yeah. But then you're missing out on Foden. Yeah, if you could play Foden right wing, Rico Lewis in the midfield.
Yeah. Can't see that though.
Martin there's got his team. Put your teams in the chat. If you don't agree with this one, put your team in. Martin says Ortega, Rico, Akanji, Vardiol, Sergio Gomez, Phillips, Nunes, Phil Foden, Bob, Grealish, Alvarez. I've just had some mad deja vu. I think the Foden at the 9 is really possible. Again, this deja vu is not stopped yet. That's pretty mad. Phillips won't start. Kovacic will. Oh my God, I'm having some crazy deja vu here, bro. Like everything that's going on right now, I feel like I've seen. Bro, Phillips is starting. Phillips is starting.
We've been told
he's confirmed to start by Pep Guardiola. We're not just making it up. MCF on top, so drops Haaland for Alvarez. Steve Black says Ortega, Ortega, Rico, Diaz, Ake, Vardiol, Nunes, Kovacic, Foden, Grealish, Docker, Alvarez. I mean, that's all nice, but Kovacic, Phillips is starting. He's already confirmed to start. That's why we spent 20 minutes speaking about Phillips.
Mm-hmm.
Rico centre mid against Bayern. Yeah.
Alvarez has to rest more than Haaland. I agree with that. I think Alvarez needs to break, man.
Yeah, that bro, I agree with that as well. And then in my head, I'm just thinking how important Alvarez is to us right now in that midfield role. I think we need to give him a bit of rest.
Yep.
Calvin will need help in there. That midfield is light versus Toon, but who helps him out then?
Rico?
Yeah, because Rico can invert and help him out in there.
Mm-hmm.
We've all got Nunes. Nunes will box the box.
Mm-hmm.
MCF says out 3 minutes before the game. Phillips is sick. Jordi Pordy and CDM. Here we go. Oh mate, I'd take it. I'd run that show, man. Don't be expecting no goals from me or anything like that because I can't kick a ball in it. But what I can do is elite stamina in it. So I got that dog in me, bro. I'll be running about like Nigel de Jong in it, snapping, man.
Yeah, getting sent off and that.
Yeah. Get us sent off and then we'll go out the Carabao Cup all because of me. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate everyone's opinions in that. Like a lot of people are saying about left back should be Sergio Gomez, and I can see the idea. That's one option. That's one option to put Gomez in there. The team that's on screen though, if that started, I'd be well confident. Not obviously, I'm confident, but I mean, like I'd be like, yeah, go for it. I rate it.
That team starts, we'll win. Well, if Phillips has a decent game, we'll win.
Yeah, man. Yeah, if Phillips doesn't shit the bed and has to get taken off at half time. If Phillips gets taken off at half time for Kovacic, then you know he's fucked up. Phillips should be playing 90 minutes in this game.
Yeah.
If he doesn't play 90 minutes in this game, something went wrong. Pep didn't like it. Or he smashed it and we're clear and he'd just given him like the standing ovation off.
Yep. Big game for Phillips.
Yeah. That's our predicted 11. Like I say, big up to all the chat putting their opinions in and also putting your predicted 11s in the chats. Score prediction, bro. Same.
Ooh. I'm gonna go 2-1 City.
Oh, I had that in my head. Fuck. I'm gonna say 3-2.
It goes straight to penalties, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want a penalty shootout.
I don't want a penalty shootout. I do not want a penalty shootout in the slightest. If it goes to pens, we lose. I'd back us to lose. If I was a betting man, I'm a fighting man. If I was a betting man, I'd be saying we're losing. 2-1 Newcastle, Alan Glasgow says. Yo, now you need to back your team, innit? I'm going to go 3-2. 3-2 City. Lots of goals.
3-2 in a wild game.
Yeah, a wild game of football. Because Newcastle in good goal scoring form at the moment. So you have to be realistic, says Alan. You've got to be optimistic, says me.
I am optimistic. We are optimistic. Smash a like if you're optimistic.
True that. All you optimistic people out there who think City can get a win tomorrow, hit it up. If this was Luton Extra, would you back your team?
Nope.
But this isn't Luton Extra.
Big up Luton though, man.
Yeah, big up Luton, man. They got the first point.
Yeah, congrats. Big up Luton,
first
man.
Point. Big.
I want to go to Luton away. Man. I think it'll be a sick away day.
Luton playing today.
A fan cam that's in that housing estate, wherever it is.
They're playing right now.
Hey.
They're playing against Exeter.
Tom, I'm not going to the game. I'm going to Wolves on Saturday, so I can't do both.
Yeah, Wolves on Saturday. Saturday. big time. Right? Is there anything else you want to say, bro?
Nope.
Nope, that's it. I love that. I love how just straight is. Nope. Right then. Well, if we can get an opposition preview out for you tomorrow, we will do. We've contacted a few people, but today's just not been possible. But we can get an opposition preview. We can get some Newcastle fans' thoughts before the game tomorrow. We will do. Maybe tomorrow, like for the 2 p.m. or something, or just like earlier on tomorrow. The game is tomorrow night. The draw is straight after City's game. So if we lose, then we're bidding it off. We're not gonna cover the draw. But if City get through and beat Newcastle, we will cover the draw live for you, just as standard, and we can see we get in the 4th round. But yeah, man, I'm buzzing for it. I'm actually gassed for it now. Gassed for Phillips. This is his time to shine.
Yeah, we want. I wanted to see a lot of Phillips talk from you in the watch along tomorrow, like ongoing commentary on how he's doing.
I'm just gonna gas him. Everything he does is gonna be next level.
Whoa!
I'm gonna see the best pass I've ever seen.
In the warm up,
yeah, in the warm up, yeah, yeah. Right, buzzing. Michael Parks has cost me 200 for the night tomorrow. Whoa, that's a heavy do that. But let's hope City get the win then, and you can get on the session, Newcastle. But I appreciate everyone who's been in the stream. Cheers for everyone who's already liked it. If you are watching this on a replay, like the stream, help us out. Also subscribe to the channel if you're new. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with more content. See you in a bit.
Bye.